Do you use TM1 Web? And do you know that Planning Analytics Workspace, the newer web interface, has been available for more than 4 years, and it is frequently updated by IBM with new features? This includes both the cloud and the on-premise versions. So let's spend a few minutes and have a look at 5 reasons why you should make the switch from TM1 Web to Workspace. And we'll also have a look at 5 areas which may be holding you back. Number 1 is a dashboard. Workspace is more than just a web interface for cube views. It works with a concept of books, which are saved to folders. These folders are either shared or personal. Let's go and have a look at one of these books. Each book can contain TM1 objects, whether they're views or web sheets, as per TM1 Web, but they can also be extended into more of a dashboard style book for analysis, exploration, reporting. These can include visualizations and single cell widgets, as we see here. We can also use filters and slicers to be able to change the focus of our dashboard. Let's have a look how this compares to TM1 Web. So on the left hand side we have Planning Analytics Workspace, and on the right we've got TM1 Web. So in our TM1 Web version, all we've got is a crosstab and a simple bar chart, whereas in Workspace we have all of the widgets that we previously saw. TM1 Web just contains the crosstab and the chart, and we have the ability to be able to turn the chart off or turn it back on again. Number 2, synchronization. Widgets on a sheet and across the book can be synchronized so that a change in a filter can be reflected across all of some of those widgets. This is user controllable during the creation of the book. This includes visualizations too. When we click on the filter, the charts will change. Let's see how this is set up. If we go back into edit mode and look at the synchronization scope, we can see that this is turned on for the sheet, but we could also turn it on for the book if we had multiple sheets. We then click on one of the objects and look at the synchronize options. Synchronize dimensions is turned on, and we've only turned it on for company and cost center. Let's switch back to user mode, so we look at our third reason, calculations. Users can add their own calculations to rows and columns of a crosstab. These are presentation layer calculations, not TM1 rules. Let's have a look at the calculation at a member level. To do this, we need to highlight the rows we want to include in our calculation, press right-click, choose Create Calculation, give the calculation a name, in this case GP percentage, and choose the required arithmetic, margin divided by revenue. Click OK. We can then format that row into percentage. Let's have a look at a summary calculation on the columns. We'll do this on the total year. So right-click on the year, select Summarize All, choose the type of aggregation we would like. So in this case, we're going to use average, and this will summarize the lowest level of members in that particular hierarchy, in this case month. So we've now got a new column called average, which is an average of each of the monthly amounts in the P&L. Number 4, Set Editor. Following a recent update to Planning Analytics, the Set Editor is now much easier to use and provides more functionality than the one in TM1 Web. In fact, it's now very close to the Server Explorer or Architect versions that most TM1 users are used to. It includes a new set of icons that mirror those in Server Explorer and were previously hard to find in Workspace. There is a new default settings option. Still have the ability to choose our aliases and the ability to be able to show attributes and properties as required. Let's have a look at the Set Editor in TM1 Web. So opening up our default view and looking at the Set Editor within the account menu. So you can clearly see here, even though there is lots of functionality, it's not as clear or as concise as the new Set Editor in Planning Analytics Workspace. Number 5, Modeling. Planning Analytics Workspace includes TM1 modeling capabilities. For those of you that are modelers, Planning Analytics Workspace can be used as a replacement for Server Explorer or Architect. You can create new cubes, create new dimensions, create new processes. We can create and edit rules with the new rules editor, which includes auto completions, lists of functions that are available, the ability to be able to change fonts, the ability to use shortcut keys to help speed up the creation of rules, the process editor provides similar functionality with the ability to be able to auto-complete. The scripts is broken into the sections of prologue and metadata, data and epilogue. With hierarchies, we can create a set, edit a hierarchy, edit in a dimension, create a new hierarchy. So as you can see, the modeling capabilities in Planning Analytics Workspace are almost complete. So these are our 5 reasons to switch to Planning Analytics Workspace. Let's have a look at 5 reasons why you may not make the switch to Planning Analytics Workspace. Number 1 being, there's a cost. Yes, there's an upgrade cost for users to be able to use Workspace, and all of your users must be upgraded at the same time. It's an all or nothing from IBM. Although it might be worth reaching out to your IBM business partner, as IBM do sometimes offer incentives for these upgrades. Number 2, workflow. If you use TM1 Application Web or Contributor, this functionality does not exist in Planning Analytics Workspace, although it is believed to be coming sometime soon, in the second half of 2020. Number 3, simplified layout. TM1 Web has a more simplified layout. It only shows you the views for the TM1 server that you are connected to, whereas Workspace will show you all of the servers that you have access to. The screen is less busy. You just simply click on a view and it will open up in the right-hand side automatically. Number 4, the number of columns that can be displayed. Let's expand this view to see how many columns we can fit across the width of the screen. So by default, we've opened up all of the years and we can see 20 columns. If we do the same in Workspace, hiding our content tree, we'll expand all of the years. And you can see that we only have 16 columns. This means that when using Workspace, there'll be more scrolling that needs to happen from left to right to enable you to see all of the available columns. Number 5, row headings. Here in TM1 Web, we can see that the row heading fits to the widest piece of text automatically. Whereas if we look at Workspace, we will see that the row headings do not fit automatically. So back into TM1 Web, if we now expand down, we can see that the row headings will continue to expand, fitting at the widest point. Whereas in Workspace, they will not. We'll see the dots at the side, and we'll need to manually drag the width of the row heading to be able to see all of the text. So we can now only see 14 columns in Planning Analytics Workspace versus the 19 in TM1 Web. This means that we'll have to do more scrolling from left to right again in Workspace. Here are the 5 reasons for not making the switch to Workspace. In summary, there are many reasons to make the move to Planning Analytics Workspace, and I've just highlighted 5 of them for you. Workspace is obviously the future web interface for TM1, so if the upgrade cost works for you, you should start using Workspace now. Thanks for watching.